see how deep this is here. All right, so we've got 7¼ inches. That's pretty good, actually. 7¼ What's that in Celsius, everybody? There's Blue. Hey, everybody. Peter here at the Reboot. This wasn't going to be my next video, but we've got 8 inches, between 7 and 8 inches of snow. So I've had several people asking about the setup on my little John Deere tractor. This is maxing out the capacity of the little system that I have. You get an idea how deep the snow is with Blue walking around in it. I'll let her walk around out here for maybe another 20 minutes and I'll put her inside. All right, let's head inside and I will give you a few details about the machine. Some people have also been asking about the belts, so let's go in and look at those. This is a list of the 2 belts that you need for this system. The 63-inch belt, this is the part number here, and then there's that second belt, that smaller belt, which is for what they call the mule, and that's WC28. There it is. This is the unit, the system, the setup that I use to keep the snow out of this very long rural driveway. D125 lawn tractor. It's branded as a John Deere blower. It's 42 inches, but it's from the mid to early 90s. I bought it used. I had to do a bit of work to it to make it usable. Now this little setup, you can have a quick look at the motor here. You see there, it's a John Deere 20 horsepower. Not a lot of horsepower, small setup, still gets the job done. Concerning the belt setup, this one here, this belt is the 63-inch one, and up here, you have a smaller belt, which is very easy to source. This one's the harder one to find. So again, I've included the details about that right here. And for those of you who are looking for it, that's the one you want if you've got a similar setup on a John Deere 100 series. We're looking at the back end of the tractor here. 2 other items that you're going to need for a little tractor like this if you want to convert it and use it for blowing snow. You're going to need a weight rack and weights. That's about 66 pounds of weights there. You're going to need some chains. My driveway outside is gravel, so something else you have to be prepared for. Here are the shear pins. There's one on this side, and there's one over here on this side. It takes a little while to get a base out there. Once you have a base, this isn't a problem, but until you have a base out there, this will catch gravel. And I've got some larger pieces out there and it jams. It then breaks the shear pin, so it takes a few minutes to change it out. And shear pins, bolts aren't cheap. There's my little kit that I have sitting to the side. I usually break 1 to 2 per session. So if you're going to take it on, this is what you're going to be dealing with. Or the alternative, of course, is you have a plow service. I had one last year. Mixed feelings about that service that I had. It's a long driveway, it's a challenging driveway, and I'll just say the guy wasn't up to it. All right, let's head out there and get busy. Don't even see Blue. Gas is topped up. Don't laugh. This is my get up to survive all the blowing snow. It's not windy out there, it's just that as you are tossing snow about out of the chute, I call it blowing snow. So in the absence of a heated cab on such a tiny little tractor, or on my larger tractor, this is my getup. So we've got battery, lights are coming on, max. 7 inches plus. And this is what I call the first phase, which is to get from the roadway, get the entryway open down to the shop. Once it's open to the road, hopefully it gets focused again there. Then from the shop here down to the house, which you can't see down there. This perspective gives you a pretty good idea how the snowblower works, any snowblower works. When it gets closer here, you're going to see a long horizontal bar that's turning. That's called the auger. And then in behind the auger is a circle area, black circle area. That's the impeller. I think my impeller's got, what does it have? I think it's got 3 blades on it. A larger unit will have anywhere from 4 to 5. See that in the behind there, below the chute. That's the impeller. This is part 3. This is phase through of the snow removal here at the property. We've got a circular driveway here, so I've got to get this side, and then the parking areas in front of the house down there. Snowing again. Not exactly what I'm dying to see right now. I might have overdone it today with the snow blowing. I didn't have any bolts break on me, so I think I finally got a nice base down. The rocks are buried. There's a big trailer over here that I have, and I've got access to that. A smaller trailer here that I've created some access to. And then along the side here of the shop, I like to keep an area here where I can park a vehicle, but then I also took the trail or the plowed area all the way to the back, because that's where I have a propane tank for the heating system for the shop. And should I need to refill in the next month or so, having that opened up makes it easier for the propane company to get in there with their hose. Lots of snow, 7.5 inches. That's it for me today, everybody. Thanks for coming by, having a look at how we clean up here at the Reboot following a relatively large snowstorm. We only had 7.5 inches. I think some of you down in Connecticut and New York State, I think you guys had 16 to 18 inches. That is a wallop. Have a good week, everybody. See my broom leaning up against the pallet there. So, give you an idea, there is the barn. I call it the barn shop. And as you can see, behind the shop here, I've got a couple of these, temporary type storage facilities. And, after the previous snowfall, I was essentially getting ready to clean this off, waited. We had 15 plus centimeters overnight, maybe 20. And you can see I've got several layers on this big one. This is a large one. And the outer layer has failed, is ripped, it's split, and it's come down. You can see it better on this side over here. Blue has been making trails for me. There you can see, yesterday that was covering. It was all in one piece over the top, and now it's not. What I need to do is go inside, get myself some clippers, and cut this rope because that's now too much pressure